Welcome to Expensive Coins History Channel, fellow collectors, historians, and curious minds. Today, we're embarking on a journey into the world of numismatics, a world where history, mystery, and monetary craftsmanship meet in the palm of your hand. In this episode, we turn our attention to a coin that might appear ordinary at first glance but holds a compelling story beneath its surface, the 1989 Belgian 1 franc coin with no mint mark. A small coin, yes, but within it lies a unique narrative of national identity, production anomaly, collector interest, and growing value in the marketplace of 2025. Whether you're here because you found this coin tucked away in an old drawer, inherited it from a family member, or stumbled upon it in a flea market or coin fair, this episode will provide everything you need to know, from its origins and significance to its current worth and what makes it such a desirable piece among seasoned collectors. To understand this coin, we must begin with its historical backdrop. The year is 1989. Belgium, a country rich in linguistic and cultural diversity, was still operating under its national currency, the Belgian franc. At this time, the franc had long been a staple of the country's financial identity, well before the euro entered circulation in the early 2000s. The 1 franc coin was a small yet frequently used denomination in everyday commerce, handed over in markets, cafes, and trams across the country. Coins in this era were more than just monetary tools. They served as symbols of national pride and unity. Often bearing the image of the reigning monarch and inscribed in multiple national languages, Dutch, French, and sometimes German, Belgian coins carried subtle political and cultural meaning. The 1 franc coin minted in 1989 is no exception. But what makes certain 1989 coins stand out is not what they show, but what they do not. Some coins from this year were released without a mint mark. While this may seem like a minor detail, it's this very omission that transforms the coin from common to collectible. Let us now turn our attention to the design and physical characteristics of the coin itself. The 1989 1 franc coin is composed primarily of nickel or a nickel alloy, giving it a silver-gray sheen. It has a diameter of approximately 23 mm, with a weight of just under 5 grams. In your hand, it feels modest but distinct, small enough to carry in bulk, yet substantial enough not to be overlooked. The obverse typically features a dignified profile of King Baudouin, who reigned over Belgium at the time. Surrounding the portrait are inscriptions of the country's name in either one or more of the official languages, depending on the version of the coin. On the reverse side, the denomination 1 franc is displayed prominently along with the year of minting, 1989. Normally, coins of this era include a small mint mark, a symbol or letter denoting the facility where the coin was produced. But in this rare variant, that mint mark is absent. To the untrained eye, the absence of a mint mark might go unnoticed. But for collectors, this missing detail is the very feature that gives the coin its unique charm and market value. It's not a manufacturing error in the traditional sense, it's a quiet deviation, one that speaks volumes to those who know where to look. So, why does the absence of a mint mark matter? In numismatics, mint marks serve as identifiers of a coin's production origin. They help collectors trace where and sometimes even when a coin was struck. When a coin appears without a mint mark during a year when mint marks were expected, it suggests a few possibilities. It may indicate a special production batch, an alternate minting arrangement, or an intentional design choice. Alternatively, it could result from a misstep in the production process. Whatever the cause, such anomalies tend to be issued in smaller quantities, and over time, they often become harder to find, especially in well-preserved condition. This scarcity fuels demand. For the 1989 Belgian 1 franc with no mint mark, the total number of pieces struck is not publicly known in exact terms. However, collector trends, market availability, and auction records all point to a relatively low survival rate, particularly for those coins that remain in excellent condition. While millions of 1 franc coins were produced in 1989, the number lacking a mint mark represents only a small fraction of that total. As such, finding one in your possession could very well mean you are holding a significantly rarer piece of Belgian monetary history than you realize. As with most collectible coins, condition plays a crucial role in determining value. Coins are graded on a spectrum ranging from poor, meaning extremely worn with little visible detail, to mint state, which indicates the coin has never been circulated and retains its original luster. The 1989 no-mint mark Belgian 1 franc coin follows this same grading system. Coins that have seen heavy use may still be of interest to collectors for their rarity, but their market value is significantly reduced. Conversely, coins that have been kept in protective environments, untouched by the friction of daily exchange, can command a much higher price. Collectors particularly seek out coins graded MS 60 and above. MS, or mint state, is a designation reserved for coins that exhibit no signs of wear and display only minimal imperfections, such as minor contact marks. Coins graded MS 65 and higher are even more prized, as they show exceptional quality, sharp strikes, and full original mint luster. These high-grade specimens are few and far between, making them especially valuable. A heavily circulated example, with significant wear and reduced legibility, may sell for anywhere between €2 to €5. While not high in price, it still holds value due to the rarity of the missing mint mark. A moderately circulated coin, one that retains most of its design but has some visible wear, might fetch between €5 to €15, depending on overall appeal. An uncirculated coin, graded between MS 60 and MS 62, will typically command a price of €20 to €50. These coins are rare and appeal to intermediate and advanced collectors. A high-grade uncirculated specimen, graded MS 63 or higher, especially those in MS 65 condition, can be valued at €75 to €150 or more, with some examples exceeding this range during competitive auctions. Collectors are willing to pay premiums for verified, graded coins. If your coin is in excellent condition, having it authenticated and graded by a professional numismatic service may significantly boost its resale potential. Beyond the numbers, what makes this coin so compelling is its quiet rarity and historic relevance. It's a reflection of Belgium's pre-Euro economy, a time capsule from a period just before sweeping European monetary changes. As European collectors grow increasingly interested in post-war and modern coinage, especially lesser-known variations like the 1989 no-mint mark issue, demand continues to rise. Unlike more common collectibles, these coins do not appear in bulk. They surface occasionally, often from private collections or estate sales. When they do, they tend to attract significant attention, particularly if the condition is strong. This trend is unlikely to reverse, as the pool of high-quality examples is shrinking each year. In the world of coin collecting, value is often measured not just in euros or dollars, but in stories, in legacy, in the human touch that shaped the object in question. The 1989 no-mint mark Belgian 1 franc coin embodies all of this. It is small in size, subtle in appearance, but rich in meaning. So whether you're an experienced collector, a newcomer to the hobby, or simply someone who stumbled upon this coin by chance, know that it represents more than just currency. It is a relic of national identity, a curiosity of production, and a treasure for those who know how to look beneath the surface. The 1990 no-mint mark Belgian 1 franc coin. At first glance, it may appear to be just another piece of obsolete pocket change. But beneath its modest appearance lies a unique history, an era of transition, and a growing interest among collectors worldwide. Whether you are a longtime numismatist, a history enthusiast, or someone who stumbled across this coin in an old drawer, this journey will give you everything you need to know about its background, significance, and value in today's market. The early 1990s in Belgium were a time of subtle but powerful change. Europe was evolving. The walls dividing East and West were crumbling, and the idea of a united European currency was no longer just a dream, it was a growing movement. Belgium, nestled in the heart of Europe, was preparing itself for a future that would ultimately bring the euro to its citizens and replace the Belgian franc. In this setting, the Royal Mint of Belgium continued producing coins for circulation. Among them, the 1 franc coin remained a commonly used denomination. In 1990, a particular batch of these coins was struck, without any mint mark. That seemingly minor omission is what gives this coin its unique identity today. The obverse of the 1990 Belgian 1 franc coin features a dignified and stylized right-facing portrait of King Baudouin I. His reign began in 1951 and lasted until his death in 1993, making him one of the most respected and enduring monarchs in modern Belgian history. Around his portrait, the inscription reads, Baudouin Roi de Belgique, Baudouin, King of the Belgians, with the date below. On the reverse, the coin shows a bold, modern numeral, 1, indicating its denomination, along with the word franc. Symmetrical lions are engraved on either side, a nod to Belgium's strength and sovereignty, and thin radial lines give it a stylistic, almost futuristic feel, considering the era. But what truly distinguishes this 1990 issue is what is not there. There is no mint marked at in most years. Belgian coins bore a small mint mark to indicate the location of production or the mint master responsible. In 1990, this detail was absent, either by official design or unrecorded decision. This no mint mark version became the standard for that particular year, and yet, decades later, it would catch the attention of coin collectors due to its place in a rapidly changing monetary timeline. By 2002, Belgium officially adopted the euro, ending the circulation of the franc. Millions of older coins were withdrawn from the public, melted down, or forgotten. The 1 franc coin, once a staple of everyday life, disappeared quietly. But a few survived. A few ended up in private collections. And among those, the 1990 no mint mark version started gaining attention. Let's be clear, this is not a coin you will likely find at international auctions for thousands of dollars. It is not an ultra-rare museum piece. But value in numismatics comes from more than just rarity. It comes from context, condition, and demand. The first major factor in determining the value of the 1990 Belgian 1 franc coin is condition. Circulated coins with heavy wear, scratches, or dull surfaces tend to fetch very little, often less than €1 in the secondary market, but if your coin is in extremely fine condition or even uncirculated, the value changes significantly. In lower circulated grades, this coin might be worth 50 cents to €1.50. In higher circulated grades, with moderate wear but full detail, it can reach €2 to €4. Coins in about uncirculated, AU, condition often sell between €5 to €10, and fully uncirculated, mint state, examples, especially those graded MS60 or above, can fetch between €12 to €25 on a consistent basis. Higher-end uncirculated coins with clean surfaces, no blemishes, and sharp definition have occasionally reached €30 to €60, especially among Belgian or European collectors looking to complete a full set in pristine condition. In 2025, we are over 2 decades removed from the retirement of the Belgian franc. Nostalgia has kicked in, especially among younger collectors who grew up during the euro transition. The 1990 issue holds symbolic value, a moment frozen just before the wave of change. It's modern enough to be accessible, yet old enough to feel like history. There is also a growing community of collectors seeking to assemble complete sets of pre-euro coins from all EU nations. For those building a full Belgian type set, the 1990 no mint mark franc becomes a necessary piece. Another factor influencing value is presentation. A raw coin in a drawer has one price. A coin preserved in a protective flip, stored in a climate-controlled case, or certified by a professional grading service will naturally command more. Packaging matters. Provenance matters. Presentation matters, and of course, there is sentimental value, which cannot be priced. For many Belgians, this coin is a relic of childhood. For others, it's a piece of national memory. It represents the tangible texture of a life before the euro, before smartphones, before everything became digital. In closing, the 1990 no mint mark Belgian 1 franc coin may not be the most valuable coin in your collection. But its story is rich, its design is elegant, and its symbolism is powerful. As of 2025, it remains an accessible and meaningful addition to any European coin set, a small but shining testament to Belgium's numismatic legacy. So, the next time you come across this humble franc, remember, it is not just a coin. It is a chapter. A moment. A memory. This is the 1991 no mint mark Belgian 1 franc coin. A coin that once jingled in pockets, now sparking the interest of collectors around the world. Sit back, relax, and journey with us through the untold tale of this overlooked relic, from its origins to its current value in the collector's market of 2025. To fully appreciate this coin, we must travel back to the early 1990s, an era when Belgium was still producing its traditional national currency. Long before the euro replaced francs, Belgium had a complex coinage system, shaped by its bilingual heritage, evolving monarchy, and unique minting practices. In 1991, the 1 franc coin was not a rare sight. It was lightweight, small, and made primarily for everyday transactions. It carried the portrait of King Baudouin, the 5th king of the Belgians, whose reign stretched from 1951 to 1993. His likeness appeared on many coins during this time, symbolizing continuity and national pride. Most Belgian coins from that period were minted with identifying marks. These mint marks signified the place of minting or even the mint master's identity. For the average citizen, these symbols were meaningless. But to collectors, they would come to mean everything. The 1991 1 franc coin followed a consistent design. The obverse typically showed King Baudouin's portrait facing right, his name or title, and often a date below or to the side. The reverse displayed the denomination 1 FR, often accompanied by a wreath, crown, or lion motif, with the word Belgique or Belgie depending on the version, but something was different in 1991. A small number of these coins were struck without any mint mark, a deviation from standard procedure. This subtle difference is easy to miss. Most people would overlook it entirely. But in numismatics, such anomalies can transform a coin's status from common to collectible, from circulated currency to prized artifact. So, what exactly does no mint mark mean? Simply put, it means the coin was minted without the small symbols or initials that usually appear on coins to identify where or how they were produced. Normally, mint marks are tiny, but their presence, or absence, can make a world of difference. In 1991, the majority of 1 franc coins carried the usual markings. However, for reasons that remain unclear, be it a minting error, a transitional die, or an intentional decision, a number of these coins came off the presses without a mint mark. These became the elusive, no mint mark variants. These coins weren't announced, publicized, or intentionally distributed as rare. They quietly entered circulation like any other coin. Over time, many were spent, scratched, lost, or melted down, further reducing their numbers. And thus, without knowing it, the people of Belgium were handling coins that would one day become scarce and sought after. Rarity in the coin world often depends not just on how many coins were made, but how many survived. In the case of the 1991 no mint mark Belgian 1 franc, both aspects are relevant. The estimated quantity of these coins is low. No public record exists to confirm how many were minted without the mark. This unknown adds an extra layer of intrigue. What is known, however, is how infrequently these coins appear on the collector's market. Coin dealers, auction platforms, and private collectors report only occasional sightings, usually in average circulated condition, and yet, the appeal of the coin lies not just in its rarity, but in the kind of rarity it represents. This isn't a coin from antiquity, nor a gold piece from a royal mint. It is a modern coin, from recent memory, that somehow slipped past standardization. That, in many ways, makes it even more exciting. It reminds us that even in a regulated age, mystery still finds its way into metal. As with all collectible coins, condition is king. The 1991 no mint mark Belgian 1 franc in worn condition may fetch a few euros at best. But in higher grades, its value rises steeply. Collectors look for minimal wear, sharp edges, clear legends, and visible facial features on the king's portrait. Luster, meaning the original shine from the mint, is a huge plus. A coin in extremely fine condition is far rarer than the coin itself, simply because these were everyday coins, not proof sets or commemorative issues. Finding this coin in uncirculated condition is particularly rare. Most such examples were either kept accidentally in personal drawers or discovered in sealed bank rolls. Those few that do surface in pristine state are quickly snatched up by keen collectors or Belgian history enthusiasts. As of 2025, the market value of the 1991 no mint mark Belgian 1 franc coin has seen a steady increase. While standard 1991 1 franc coins with mint marks may sell for less than €1 in circulated condition, the no mint mark variant commands a significant premium. In lightly circulated condition, prices generally range between €10 to €20. In better condition, grades like very fine to extremely fine, prices rise to €30 to €40. But in rare cases where the coin is in near mint or uncirculated condition, it can achieve prices between €50 and €70, and occasionally even more in private collector circles. These are impressive numbers for a coin that, on the surface, appears as nothing more than pocket change from a few decades ago, and yet, it's this very contrast that fuels its appeal, the idea that treasure can be found in the everyday, and history can hide in plain sight. So, how do you find one of these coins? Start by examining any 1991 Belgian 1 franc coins you already have. Use a magnifying glass and check for the mint mark, usually found near the date or around the rim. If no symbol is present, and all other design elements match, you may have discovered a no mint mark example. If you find one, preserve it properly. Store it in a soft flip or coin capsule to avoid further wear. Avoid cleaning it, as cleaning can drastically reduce its value. If you're unsure of its authenticity or grade, consider consulting a professional numismatist or coin grading service, and if you're interested in buying one, focus on reputable dealers or verified auction listings. Prices may vary, but the excitement of owning a mysterious and increasingly rare coin will never fade. The 1991 no mint mark Belgian 1 franc is more than a coin. It's a reminder that history doesn't always announce itself with gold, silver, or fanfare. Sometimes, it whispers through the familiar. A king's face, a missing symbol, a metal disc passed from hand to hand, only to re-emerge decades later as an object of wonder. Whether you're a seasoned collector or simply someone who enjoys the stories behind forgotten currency, this coin invites us all to look closer, dig deeper, and treasure what others overlooked. In a world driven by fast changes and digital currencies, coins like these keep the past alive. Not in museums, but in our very hands. Thank you for joining us on this journey through coin history. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with fellow collectors. Leave a comment below. Have you ever seen a 1991 Belgian 1 franc without a mint mark? Until next time, keep collecting, keep discovering, and always look twice at the coins you carry.